Hey guys, Amit here for Advices Media, and this is the complete review of the Sony Xperia Z2 after using it for around 2 weeks. The smartphone was launched in the month of May, and it comes with a very beautiful design which clearly looks like a complete clone of the Sony Xperia Z1 which was launched last year. Talking about the device, it actually has a 5.2 inches display which is Full HD and comes with the IP58 certification, which you can clearly see in this demo, wherein we actually poured a little bit of water onto the device, and whenever the water was actually touching up the screen, it would actually tap up on the options, and it was working perfectly. There were no issues with the water going into the headphone jack and the other ports, which were kind of closed with the flaps, but still the device was working brilliantly. As you can see, the video has been recorded in the outdoor environment. The display is also pretty good, considering that there's a lot of natural light in the background, and the 424 ppi actually helps you in having a great experience. Talking about the device performance, the device has a very good performance in terms of multitasking. When you did the benchmark test, it actually crossed around 31,000, which was pretty good. We actually tried out a lot of applications in the background, and the device was working flawlessly without getting hanged. And in terms of performance, we can say that the Snapdragon processor in the background actually helps a lot and ensures that the device does not get hanged frequently, which is the kind of case with the Samsung Galaxy S5. The device runs on the Snapdragon 801 processor at 2.3 GHz and comes with the Adreno 330 GPU. And when you talk about the software, it comes with the latest Android, that's KitKat out of the box, and it's running on Android 4.4.2, which is the latest version, while we are expecting the 4.4.3 to be released soon from Google and would be available to us through the OTA option. Talking about the device storage, it comes with 16 GB internal storage, out of which a very limited amount of storage would be actually available to you, and this is a kind of major flaw with the device. I was actually expecting the device to come with a 32 GB variant as a minimum default. Talking about the gaming, we played a lot of games, and as you can see, the performance was flawless. As you can see, we had a great experience while playing games with only one major issue, that's the heating issue, which I'll be talking in the next few minutes. We even played different games like Plants vs Zombies, the Real Racing, GTA, and everything worked perfectly. There were no issues with the device nor with the display, because it comes with the Triluminous display. You don't have to even worry for the colors or any other stuff. It's overall a pretty good device if you play a lot of games. The camera is something which is very important for the Sony Xperia Z2, because it comes with a 20.7 megapixel camera, and it comes with a feature of time shift, which actually allows you to slow motion record the video in 720p, and this is the actual demo of the same. This was recorded while being on train at a pretty decent speed. The same thing was retested again when we were not actually driving, and there was no issues in terms of image stabilization, and the output was again pretty good. Actually, I would say it was pretty good in terms of the details, which you can clearly see here, the slow motion effect added to the video, which is kind of real time, and once you complete the recording, you would get an option to select the kind of section or the portion of the video which you would like to do the slow-mo of. The only issue with this camera was the night mode, wherein when we try to capture the same kind of video in low light, or you can say in the night mode, I would say on a scale of 10 this is not even 1, which is actually pretty bad for the 20.7 megapixel camera which comes on the Z2. Overall, the camera comes with many other features like the AR effect, the 4K video. Let me show you a quick demo of the AR effect, which again comes with a few different themes. And this is kind of funny and kind of useful if your phone is actually shared with kids and they would like to capture photos with different kind of themes. It comes with creative effects, the wine mode. There's also a background defocus mode which actually does a pretty good job. As you can see in these pictures, we actually captured these photos using that mode, and the pictures are flawless. Overall, the captures are pretty good in normal daylight or natural light, and the camera comes with many different options. When you go to the manual mode, the problem is that whenever you try to use the camera for a longer period, actually switches off considering the heating issues, and you won't be able to continuously record the videos. As you can see, there's another issue, which is the aspect ratio. That's for 20.7 megapixel, you don't get the 16:9, but you get only the 4:3 ratio. So that is another issue with this camera. Apart from that, if you're trying to check out the temperature, then you can see that the device actually heats up a lot when you're trying to play some games, and there's the same issue when you do with a lot of video recording. So here, as you can see, the device goes up to 113 degrees, or even it has gone up to 118 degrees Fahrenheit on the back. That's where you would actually hold and while playing games, and it's actually not comfortable to play games on this device or even record videos for a longer period. To show you a demo, we have just started recording a video, and within a few seconds it was actually turning off. As you can see, at around 30 seconds it actually said that camera will now turn off temporarily to cool down. Now that is pretty crazy, because you cannot even record a video for more than 1 minute to 2 minutes. Then what's the point of even having a 4K camera option? On the contrary note, the Galaxy S5 comes with the option wherein the video recording would auto stop at 5 minutes to ensure that it actually gets processed in the background, but that's not the case with Z2. It doesn't have any limit, but as you can see, in actual it goes off in either 30 seconds or even 12 seconds, as you had seen in this demo. So that is pretty crazy, and something which Sony should try to improve, because if it's heating up the internal components, instead of switching off the camera, they should actually switch off the applications running in the background which are not on priority, or you should at least give an option to close off those applications. Talking about the device battery, it works pretty good. As you can see, we actually went down to 40% in around 12 hours, and it actually included a lot of screen time, and which was around 1.4 hours, or you can say like 100 minutes. And following that, we also played the game for around 30 minutes, which was also a major reason why the battery actually went down. So overall, you can say that the device battery is pretty much good. And when you talk about the browsing on this device, you can see that the device actually supports or offers you with good browsing experience. Considering that it comes with a 5.2 inches display, you can always have a great experience of the content. By default, the browsing or the mobile version has actually loaded up on the browser, and when we try to play a video within the same, it actually worked perfectly, and you can also play these videos in full screen mode. The same is the experience when you access the browser in the landscape mode, and the content perfectly aligns up and shows up in the landscape mode. We even tried to switch back to the desktop mode. That's by disabling the mobile version through the browser settings, the Chrome browser's default setting, which comes in the options, and request desktop site is the option which shows up here. And as you can see, the content again perfectly loads up. Talking about the display, you can check out this video to know more about the experience of the same. The device comes with a very interesting application. There is a life lock along with the smart band, which comes bundled up in India and is sold separately in different countries. It actually locks your steps, the sleep, and the amount of time you are actually active by running or playing music and doing different kind of applications. It automatically accesses your current task which you have been using on your device, and as you can see, the data is actually shown up to you. It's not perfectly actually recording everything when I compare this with the Fitbit device which I use for my daily pedometer or counting my steps, and it's not up to the mark, I would say. Whenever the Fitbit was actually recording like 5,000 steps, this was recording maybe like 2,000 or 2,500 steps, which is like not up to the mark. There should have been an option wherein it would actually allow us to select the option of walking when you go for a walk, and then you can actually ensure that all the steps are recorded from that very moment. So overall, this was a detailed review of the Sony Xperia Z2. I have been liking this device in terms of the form factor, but again, if you own an Xperia Z1, then there's no point you should be actually upgrading to this device, because there's nothing like a special option in this device or any kind of additional feature which you can have an experience of. Even though the device comes with a great processor, that's a Snapdragon 801 with a 3GB RAM, the device again lacks the internal storage, which is just limited to 16GB, and it doesn't come with anything new. especially in terms of the water resistance. It's just the earlier version was water resistant and now this is waterproof, so not a major difference in that case. And apart from that, the Sony Smart Band again has its own issues, which we'll be talking in a detailed review separately. As of now, this is something which I would not recommend you to buy, and we already have the LG G3 right now, which also has come up and would be soon, probably within a few weeks, available in the market. So you should actually wait and not actually jump into buying the Sony Xperia Z2. The major issue which I had shown you was the camera, which was getting shut down because of the heating issues, and the same experience we had when we had browsing or watching movies or played some games on the device for a longer period, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes continuously. But that is something which you would not expect from a flagship smartphone, and that's what has been our experience with the Sony Xperia Z2. So guys, this was the detailed review of the Xperia Z2. Do like this video and let us know in the comment section if you have any queries around this device, and we will be happy to assist you on the same. Thanks for watching. Keep subscribed to Advisors Media for more videos. Thank you.